Hi guys, I'm Sam and welcome to this class. We're going to be doing a morning yoga flow with a special focus on flexibility. So if it happens to be the morning and you happen to want to get more flexible, then this is going to be a good class for you. If you don't have one or both of those things, then you might want to go to a different class. But we're going to get started in some kind of comfortable seated position. So I'm going to be on my knees here, but you can be crossed legs or whatever's comfortable for you. If you're still laying down in the morning, then it's time to slowly get up now, find a comfortable seated position, and we're going to start just by closing the eyes. Take a moment here, just close the eyes and just start to bring some awareness into your body. Just noticing where you're at, noticing maybe even just subtle sensations like the feeling of your mat beneath you, maybe noticing any subtle sensations inside the body, if you have any tension anywhere, not judging yourself for any of these things, not judging, just noticing without judgment, noticing what you feel in your body, what you feel with the surfaces around you, and maybe even start to notice your breathing. Again, not judging, not trying to change anything right now, just noticing what it is like right now. So with your breath, maybe noticing where in your body you might feel it, noticing what it feels like, how deep or how shallow your breaths are. Again, it doesn't matter which it is, just noticing these things, starting to just bring attention inward as we get started here. Notice what you brought with you, notice your state physically, mentally, emotionally, without judgment. And then as we bring our attention to the breath, let's start to try to take a little bit deeper breaths here. So start to take a little bit deeper inhales through the nose. And then exhaling back through the nose, start to make each breath a little bit longer, a little bit stronger. And we're just going to breathe in and out through the nose here. Noticing where you feel the breath, if you feel it more in the nostrils, if you feel it in the chest, where in the body. As you start to continue to deepen the breath, we're going to try to keep a good focus on the breath throughout this class here. So starting here, right now, without any movement, bringing the attention to the breath, making them a little bit longer, a little bit stronger. If your eyes are closed, we can slowly start to open the eyes now. And we're going to take a big inhale to reach both arms up over the head. Take a big stretch, reaching up, gazing up. Maybe a slight back bend here. Just opening up the chest, opening up the heart, and then exhaling, the arms come down by your sides. Good. One more time. We're going to just reach the arms up over the head. And exhale, bring them down. Now from here, we're going to bring one hand down next to you. So I'm going to bring my right hand down to the mat. And then the opposite arm is going to lift up. We're going to just bend into that bottom hand, bend the elbow, and just get a side bend over. So starting on the right side here, just bending over to the right. And then coming back up, switching sides. The other hand comes down. We'll bend into the elbow a little bit just to get that side body stretch. You just want to feel this through the side of the body. We're going to go back and forth a few times here. So just getting that side bend in the seated position. Just waking up the spine. Starting to breathe with each movement. So as we inhale up, as you reach up, you'll take an inhale. As we bend over, we'll take an exhale. Starting to match our breath with our movement. Going side to side just a couple more times. Nice. And now we're going to come to face the shorter edge of the mat. So in your normal position here, if you're on your mat, and we're going to come into a table pose. So shoulders are going to be directly above the wrists, and then the hips are going to be directly above the knees. And we're just going to be flat spine here in this table pose. And then from here, we're going to take an inhale as we arch up and take some cat-cow. So you'll take an inhale as you gaze up, and then exhale as you push the ground away, gazing down. Inhale as you gaze up, arching the back. And then exhale as you push the ground away, gazing down. We'll start to match breath with movement here. Once again, inhaling up, exhaling down. And we'll just take a few rounds of this cat-cows here, just warming up the spine. Inhale up, exhale down. Good. Take a couple more breaths as you keep moving in this cat-cow. Good, and then we'll come back to this neutral spine here. And from here, we're gonna tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and back into a downward facing dog. If your hamstrings are tight, feel free to bend the knees here. We're just gonna push the ground away here, push the hips up and back. Try to have your back as flat as you can here. And then we're just gonna pedal out the legs one at a time. So you'll bend into one knee as you straighten the other leg. Feel that stretch in the back of the leg, the hamstring, the calf, and then we'll switch sides, feeling the other side. And then just keep going back and forth here, just like this, pedaling out the legs, feeling this one side at a time. Taking a few breaths here in this down dog, noticing how this feels. We're going to come back to this position a couple times. So notice how this first one feels, and then we can pay attention to how it may change as we go through this practice. A couple more times. Good, and then from here, we're gonna slowly walk the feet up all the way to the front of the mat, coming into this standing forward fold. We'll take an inhale, flatten the back, gaze out, and then exhale, folding forward. You'll let the back round here, let the head hang here just for a moment. Maybe even grab opposite elbows as you sway side to side. And then slowly roll all the way up to standing. Come all the way up. Reach the arms up as you gaze up. Take an inhale. And then exhale. Bring the hands to heart center. Take a moment here. Close your eyes and just set an intention for your practice. We'll take an inhale. Reach back up. Slight back bend here. And then exhale, folding forward. All the way forward fold. Inhale, flat back, gaze out halfway, and then plant the hands as you exhale. We'll step back to the top of a plank. Holding here for just a breath. And then we'll shift forward and down for chaturanga, coming halfway down. Inhale, gazing up. As you arch up, take this cobra pose. Just feeling this back bend here. And then tuck the toes under, come all the way back up to downward facing dog. Hips come back up, pressing the hips up and back here. Once again, just noticing this down dog. Maybe pedal out the legs again if you'd like, side to side. If you want to just hold this down dog, that's fine too. Notice what feels better for you today. We'll just go a few breaths here in this down dog. Try to breathe here. When you're ready, we're going to slowly walk the feet up one at a time. Come all the way to the front. Come into this forward fold. We'll take an inhale up halfway, gazing out, and then exhale, fold forward. Put a small bend in the knees as you come all the way up to standing, reaching all the way up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach back up. This time we're going to take a side bend over to the right. So grab the left wrist with the right hand and we're going to pull over to the right side. Feel a side body stretch in the left side. Inhale back up, changing sides. Feel it in the right side of the body. Inhale back up one more time, slight back bend as you open up the heart. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step back all the way lower down to chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale, cobra pose as you arch up, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Once again, it's always fine to bend the knees here, depending on where you're at. You want to try to keep the back straight here. So if you can do that with straight legs, you can do straight legs here, but if not, you can bend the knees. Take a couple more breaths here in this down dog. And then we're going to walk the feet up once again, one at a time, come all the way up to the front. Forward fold. Take an inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, roll all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up over your head and exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath here, and then we'll reach back up. Once again, let's take that side bend over toward the right side. You can grab the wrist. You can always bring an arm down by the side. Inhale, reach back up, and then exhale to change sides. Inhale up. Once again, open up the chest as you get that slight back bend here, and then exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, all the way back, vinyasa, lower down halfway. Inhale, arching up, and exhale to downward facing dog. Good. Remember, child's pose is always available if you need a child's pose here. From here, we're going to walk our feet all the way up to the front of the mat once again, but this time, as you gaze up halfway, we'll fold forward again, and then this time we're going to sink the hips low and reach the arms up for a chair pose. We're just going to hold this for a couple breaths, and then folding forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, vinyasa, lowering down. Inhale as you arch up, and exhale to downward facing dog. From here, take an inhale, lift the right leg up in the air, three-legged down dog. And then coming forward, we'll bring that right foot forward in between the hands and come up to a warrior one. So that back heel will plant down, bending into the front knee, arms reaching up, squaring the hips forward. Good, and from here we're going to shift the chest forward, keep it floating up, and we're going to bring the arms by the sides for a lightning bolt here. Just holding here for just a moment. And then from here we're going to reverse the warrior, so bring the right arm up. Left hand comes down that back leg. And then we're going to plant the hands, surround that front foot in vinyasa. Lower down, inhale up, and exhale, downward facing dog. Good. From here, inhale, bring that left leg up. Exhale, step it forward between the hands, come up to that warrior one. Arms reach up, squaring the hips forward, back foot is down. Holding a breath here, and then we'll shift forward for that lightning bolt pose where our arms are by the sides, hovering here, just for a breath. Inhale, reverse the warrior, left arm comes high, right arm down the back leg, keep bending into that front foot. And then exhale to surround that front foot with both hands, stepping back as you vinyasa, lower down. Inhale, arching up, And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath here. What do you say? Should we do another round of that? No? Okay, from here, we're gonna walk the feet up. Come all the way to the front of the mat. We'll take an inhale, arch out halfway, and exhale, fold forward. From here, once again, we're gonna sink the hips down. Everybody's favorite pose, chair pose. Reach the arms up. Just a breath as you fold forward. Good. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands all the way back, lower down. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now the right side, so we'll lift the right leg up. As you bring it forward, we'll come up to that warrior one, arms reaching high. From here, exhale to that lightning bolt pose, arms by the sides. And then inhale, reverse the warrior, right arm up, left arm down that back leg. From here, we're gonna add on one more pose. We're gonna take a dragonfly twist, so the left hand is gonna plant right next to that front foot. We're gonna reach the right arm up and get a twist here. Hold here for just a breath as you get this twist. And then we'll bring that other hand down, step back, vinyasa. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale up and exhale, down dog. We unfortunately have to do the other side too, but it's actually also very fortunate if you have two sides. So we're gonna inhale, be grateful for that left side as you lift that left leg. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, warrior one, coming back up, arms reach high. Exhale, arms by the sides as you shift that weight forward, hovering here. As we inhale, reverse the warrior, left arm up, bending into that left knee. And then we add it on here. The right hand will come down this time by the left foot, and we'll reach the left arm up, get that dragonfly twist. Feel that twist, and then bring the hand down, back all the way down, lower down. Inhale, arch up, exhale. This time, let's go right into a child's pose, bringing the hips back to the feet, and then we'll walk the hands forward and bring the forehead down onto the mat. Good, we'll just breathe here for a few breaths. Coming back to the breath. Noticing just what you may feel here, if you notice anything different from when we first started. Maybe the body's a little warmer, maybe a little looser. See what you notice. It's quite warm in this room that I'm in today, so I'm feeling a little warmer myself. But just notice what you may feel as we take our last couple of breaths here. Good, and then when you're ready, we're gonna slowly walk our way back up to a seated position. Close your eyes for a moment as we just take a couple breaths in the seated position. Take a breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. From here, we're going to come into a slightly different seated position. So coming all the way onto the butt here, we're going to just extend the legs out in front of you. Straight out here. And we're going to straighten the spine up. Legs straight here, toes pointing upward. And if you feel a stretch here in the backs of the legs, then we're going to just stay right here. That's perfectly good. If you're not feeling a stretch yet, we're going to start to shift forward, but keeping the spine straight. So we're going to not round the back here. We're going to keep the spine as straight as possible. And just instead of thinking about going downward, we're going to think about shifting the chest forward. And you can use your hands next to your feet here, or next to your legs. You can also rest your hands on your legs or reach for the toes if you'd like, but we're going to really try to keep the spine as straight as possible. And you're just leaning forward as much as you need to feel a stretch in the backs of the legs here. So again, it doesn't matter how far you go. If you're still straight up and you're feeling it, then that's the perfect place to be. The point here is to go to the point where you feel the stretch. So however far you need to go, if you're all the way down, that's great too. If you're all the way up, if you're somewhere in between, just think about going forward rather than down here until you feel that stretch. Once you get there, we're going to just hold here for a few breaths. Taking the seated forward fold. Feeling the stretch in the backs of the legs. Trying to keep the back relatively straight here. We'll hold a couple more breaths. Good, and then from here, we're gonna keep the seated position, but we're gonna bring the feet in together into a butterfly pose with the legs or the knees out to both sides. And so again, this one, it depends on your flexibility. If you're less flexible, you might have your knees up higher. If you're more flexible, they might come lower. But either way, we're just gonna let the knees fall as low as they'll naturally go here into this butterfly pose. And again, we're gonna start in this seated position straight up. And if you feel the stretch here, if you feel a stretch in your hips or your back or wherever you may feel it in this position, stay here. But if you're not feeling anything yet and you need a little bit more to feel the stretch, we're going to start to shift forward again, just like that last forward fold, but here our feet are holding together. So you can keep your hands on your feet here as you start to shift forward until you start to feel a stretch. You can keep them on the feet, or you can start to walk the hands out in front of you if you need a little bit more. Just walking the hands out until you feel the stretch. So again, wherever you need to go to feel it is exactly right. So it doesn't matter what it looks like. You just want to feel that stretch. So finding that position where you feel a stretch here, whether you're seated straight up, whether you're folding forward, and we're just going to hold there for a few breaths. Nice breathing here. One more breath. And then we'll start to come back up. Or maybe you're already up, wherever you're at, we're coming back to the seated position. And from here, we're gonna just extend the left leg out straight in front of you. And the right foot is gonna plant next to that left inner thigh. And we're gonna have the right knee facing up. So the right foot is down, knee coming up. We're gonna plant the right hand behind you. Inhale to reach your left arm up, and we're going to hook the left elbow outside the right knee for a spinal twist here. And so you're going to use that elbow to press into the knee and get that twist as you gaze behind you, turning toward the right. And we're going to just hold here for a few breaths. Breathing here, one more breath. And then you'll unhook the elbow. Coming back to center, we're gonna change the leg. So extend the right leg out, bring the left foot in, planting that left foot down, left knee up, left hand comes behind you. Take an inhale, reach that right arm up, and we're gonna hook the right elbow outside the left knee this time. Press the elbow into the knee here as you get that twist, this time turning toward the left as you work to gaze behind you. Feel the spinal twist. Take a few breaths in this seated spinal twist. Just breathing here. Maybe close your eyes if you'd like. Just a couple more breaths. And then when you're ready, we'll unhook that elbow again, this time bringing both legs out. We're gonna shift forward a little bit to just come all the way lying on the back. And this time, coming onto the back, we're gonna do a reclining version of that butterfly pose. So the feet are gonna come together, knees are gonna fall to either side. And again, it doesn't matter how high or low the knees are, just let them fall naturally. Try to let go of all your muscles here and just let the knees fall to either side. Bring the hands by your sides, the arms by your sides, palms facing up here. Close your eyes, and we're just going to allow all your muscles in your whole body to just relax here, let go. And just take a couple breaths as you just let your body just sink into the mat beneath you. If you notice any of your muscles kind of tensing up at all, just see if you can just notice that and then try and relax those muscles. Just take a couple breaths in this reclining butterfly pose. Noticing what you may feel in this pose. If you feel any different from when we first started, if you feel different from a few minutes ago, just noticing what you feel without judgment again. Just notice. And then if you'd like, we're gonna extend the legs out all the way to the far corners of your mat. Arms are by the sides, palms facing up, eyes closed. If you notice anything that you may still be holding on to that isn't serving you, see if you can just let it go here. Coming to natural breathing. Nothing to do here, we're just gonna take rest. Just be here for a moment. Eyes closed, natural breathing, just take rest. Savasana. Take a couple more breaths here. Before we move, we're just gonna start to bring the attention back into the body, back to the breath. Start to bring subtle movements back into the fingers and toes, the wrists and the ankles. Turn the head from side to side, shoulder to shoulder. Take a big inhale as you reach your arms over your head. Exhale, let it go through the mouth. Bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug, wrapping your arms around your legs here. A little thank you to yourself for taking this time for yourself. Start to just rock and roll side to side, massaging the low back a little bit. Then we'll start to go front to back, making your way eventually all the way up to a seated position. Comfortable seated position. We'll bring the hands to heart center, eyes closed, bow the chin to the chest as a sign of gratitude for this practice. Thank you for sharing your practice. Namaste.